Hi, Cancer. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your November 2022 mid-month tarot reading. This is a reading for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thanks to everybody for all the support. I love you all very much, and I'm glad that we were able to spend another year together. And if you're new here, welcome. I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't fit, just come back in a couple of days. You can watch a new reading. Fridays are always a general reading. Mondays are something different every week. Today's reading will be a more detailed Celtic Cross style reading, but next week could be a love reading or a law of attraction tarot card reading. Lots of variety here. If you like tarot and you like the channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Higher Source Tarot. All right, what advice do you have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Cancer need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all concerned with Cancer? Messages for Cancer, please. All right, we will start here with the tarot, and then we'll have the angel answers oracle cards. Current situation, we've got the Hierophant. The immediate influence is the Ten of Wands. In your subconscious, you have the Ace of Cups. In the distant past, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The more recent past, the Eight of Swords. You've got the Ten of Pentacles coming towards you. You're represented by the Knight of Cups. You have the person or situation you're attracting is the Five of Pentacles. You have the Page of Cups and your hopes and fears. I like that. Judgment and the outcome. The Archangel Gabriel is in your outcome. That's cool. You don't see that. I don't get that very often. Now down here on the bottom, we've got both the Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands, along with the Fool. So we have three major arcana. We've got Taurus here, earth, water, fire, air, all the elements. Well, I do feel like you're going to move forward here. For somebody, it's a job situation with that Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. And I do feel like you're going to be very good about negotiating. This is great energy to negotiate anything new, any new contracts, or if it's a housing situation, because you do have elements here of moving. But I also feel like with that Queen of Swords in general, this will be a time where communication is really clear. They're also telling you to get your mind straight, okay? Be clear about what you want, because both of these are masters of the suit. Now, the Queen of Wands, you do have a nice little love reading going on here too. With the Queen of Wands, it's great loyalty, but it's also passion and chemistry. So I do feel like there's some kind of a situation that you're attracting that does involve a change. And it may be if you're already in a relationship, your partner needs to move on or be relocated in a job or something like that. Or if they're getting a new job, you may be part of their support system in that. But either way, and it could be too, those of you, I get this too. If you meet somebody new, they may also just be relocated and new to the area. But with this Fool energy, the Fool marks a transition, okay? It's standing in the sunlight of the spirit. It's in the field of pure potential. So we love the Fool. It's like you're ready to just jump right in, make that change. And I feel like there's an energy of excitement and enthusiasm with it. There's also, too, with the Fool, it's all about being able to trust. So there's nothing holding you back. It is truly a vision quest in this journey in this earth school. So the Fool energy has you fearless in taking that leap of faith. There's no reservations, no second guessing, no doubts. So even if it's a new relationship too, it's about jumping all in, being all in and not looking back. With the Fool too, you know who you are. You are utilizing, you've got that bag of experiences that help you as a sort of a toolkit as you go through this journey. But I do feel like too, in terms of a job, those of you that are moving forward in a big transition in a career or job, it's also given you what you need. So you're ready to do it. It's like you've done the research. You've for some of you, broadened your skill set. And so this is great for career, even just these three. So with that 10 of Wands here, there's going to be a new cycle here. And I do feel like too, for some of you, it's interesting because it's such a nice combination of this to me is a very reassuring combination that if you put a lot of effort into something, the Hierophant holds up his hand and says, be still and know. Nothing is wasted in God's economy. Okay, so if you've been putting in a lot of effort and you're saying, my God, I hope this pans out. I hope this works out. With the Hierophant energy, it sure is supposed to. I also feel like, too, you're going to have great support around you. So if it is something, too, with a move, you have a few different times here in terms of moving or relocating. Again, you've set the stage, and it's beyond, beyond just the research and all that, which is certainly important. There's an adventurous energy coming in, but you've also been logical about it, especially with that Queen of Swords. You've used your intellect here, Cancer. And so with that 10 of Wands, it's also about setting the stage vibrationally. You've called this forth. You've had a strong desire, and this is your time to expand. And so the Hierophant energy is one of devotion, of unity, of partnership, morality. So again, when we're signing contracts, there's not a little 7 of Swords sneaking around, screwing around with the contracts. Everything is very much upfront. What you see is what you get. And with the Hierophant too, it's also sometimes as a secret force called forth. But I also feel like there's an inner knowing going on here where you just know. And so if it's something going on with a partner or somebody very close to you, I do feel like you're a bit of a comfort to them. I almost get the Hierophant energy as you, even though it is Taurus energy. But I do get like some being of comfort or something too. If you're also working in a field that deals with like disaster relief, I get that too. Like you're a huge comfort to people around you. And some of you, if you're dealing with something in particular, some kind of a natural disaster, even if you're in one state and you just help virtually or electronically, I still feel like your presence is not only very valued and needed, but it's going to be acknowledged. I feel like somebody here is going to get a promotion out of the deal or some kind of advancement out of service work. There's something tied to being of service and making money. I'd say, you know what? There's plenty of people who do it. Why not you, Cancer? Well, your subconscious says, let's have a beginning, but have it be happily ever after. With this, you've got a strong desire that's going to come into your awareness. This is love. It's a brand new, beautiful beginning, and it's a really great life overall. And so I do feel like you're going to be calling in people who are, they're uplifters. They're people who will be supportive. They're people who you will get along with and love to be around. So I do feel like you still are a support to somebody here, but it's a wonderful energy. I mean, it truly, in terms of love, is part of what we do in a partnership. There's definitely a reciprocal energy here. And with this too, in terms of a love relationship, it's absolutely a match. Those of you that are asking about that, a job or a love relationship, you do have a match here. Well, the Knight of Pentacles comes in to get the job done. This one is in the distant past, so some of you, I do feel like you might have felt like you took too long about something, or took too long to make a move or something like that, because you have the 8 of Swords right after it. So you may have laid the plans, and it's like with this one, you're looking at the future, getting ready to take off, but there's some kind of a roadblock that came in. Now, if it was a change, it just wasn't the right timing, quite frankly, with that 8 of Swords right after this. So you may have thought things were moving along quite well and then hit a roadblock, but I do see the energy picking up again. So I don't feel like you have anything to slow you down here. As we go into the reading, you're represented by the Knight of Cups too, which is a great energy for you. You've got the Knight and the Page. So this 8 of Swords is in the more recent past. So again, you might have felt a bit of a stagnant energy or something holding you back. Now, if it's a relationship you're already in, again, I feel like your partner's kind of been on the ropes with a job situation. And I feel like it's giving you this. It's creating this in your own environment. But of course, this is not an unconditional way to be, is it? I mean, it's too much dependence on conditions, on other people too, and other people who aren't making decisions very quickly. It's just sort of holding up the whole deal. But I also feel like some of you, if it's not a partner, and again, you're going to meet somebody here if you haven't, because you have love here. I do feel like it may have been your own job situation, something that felt very confining, and it might have even, if you are somebody who's in a profession that helps or deals with the government in some way, it may have been some red tape. I get that, like bureaucratic red tape and you're going, if only they'd sign that damn paperwork. Actually, what I heard was if only they'd sign the effing paperwork. So I feel like somebody here was in that. And boy, do I hear you loud and clear. I get why you're saying it. Because it's like one of those things where it's unnecessarily holding you up. Well, when we start to pull this in, this is the energies that you're attracting, and they're telling you to go for it. You've got great freedom and a release from that Eight of Swords. There's nothing that's going to hold you back in a new beginning. And you have the beginner's mind with the Fool, but like I said, with the energy of Judgment, that's also self-mastery. But there is a decision that's going to bring in a great big win for you. And so it's like this jumping off place. It just feels like you're going to take flight, whatever this is. So the Ten of Pentacles is actually, we know this is the wealth card, but it's also a card of leaving a legacy. So I do feel like in relationships, everything's going to work out here. It's a card that's like very harmonious energy around you too. So if it's a job change, or again, you've been waiting on a decision, it's all going to come together. This too, for some of you, I mentioned with the Hierophant, this energy of promotion. I get it here as well. It might be an unexpected change, but I feel like it definitely brings in more money. It's wonderful energy. And with this, the 10s are about perfection. I mean, this one is absolutely brilliant, is glowing, and it may affect people around you too. So you might find that there's some kind of systematic change is what I hear, some kind of a systems change at your work that it really, everyone's been waiting for this. Whatever it is, I do feel like it's a decision that affects a lot of people. It's not just you. So if it's even your significant other, it's still a decision that's going to affect a lot of people. So your energy here, this Knight of Cups, here you come in to save the day. But I also feel like too, you're in alignment with energy. So it's not just you having to support everyone around you. This is also the card of the visionary. So we talked about that vision quest. This is very similar in the way that you bring in all the tones of reality. You see yourself in the situation as you would have it in the outcome, and really know that it's available to you. I also feel like this too, I feel like you're going to be in flow and really be finding your bliss, that kind of energy where you're really going to be in step and feeling like this is really moving along in the way that it should. So those of you that are single, you are going to meet somebody here, and you may be exactly what they've been looking for. I feel like they've been manifesting you, and when they meet you, they're going to be like, wow, where have you been? Those of you that, again, I get a relationship already, I do feel like your support is part of what makes this whole thing work. You know, it's like there's definitely a mutual love there. So with this Five of Pentacles, there is going to be a change here, and it does feel a little bittersweet. So again, I got initially like a partner or somebody, or even somebody you're attracting has a move coming in. But others of you too, in terms of a job situation, I feel it's a bit like trudging the road of happy destiny, like you're trudging along, waiting for whatever this judgment energy is, and you're about to get there. So that's the good news. Now the Page of Cups comes in your hopes and fears. And this Page of Cups is a new energy. So I definitely feel like, again, you've got offers showing up here. Some of you there's an unexpected situation with the Ten of Pentacles, Page of Cups. So it may be an unexpected meeting with someone. I do feel like there's still going to be money that you're not quite, I don't feel like you're even aware that you're attracting it, but you are. Okay, so that'll be fun when it gets here, if it hasn't already. But with this too, it is law of attraction energy. So you're attracting an uplifter here, somebody that wants to love freely, no hidden agenda, no kind of motive, hidden motive. Well, ultimately you end it with this Archangel Gabriel. Okay, they are raising their arms up in celebration for the Horn of Ascension. That's what it ultimately means. But it's telling you that you're going to have a realization and a renewal here. It's like, again, I said it's self-mastery, but this is also like having a new lease on life. You know, you're in that place of celebration, of moving forward. If you've been waiting for a decision, here it comes. And it's definitely going to be in your favor, Cancer. No downside with that. So let's see what the angels have to say for you, Cancer. What else does Cancer need to know, please? Advice for Cancer. Forgiveness, okay? So if there's something, again, that's been sticking you up or holding you up, again, we got to just let go of it and move forward. The situation will improve. I'm not surprised to see that. They say get more information. So especially with those queens that we pulled at the beginning, don't be shy about asking. Within the next few weeks, they say, and you've got choose a new direction. So when you get that, be open to the universe being your guide. But good things are on the way for you, Cancer. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.